December 11th, 2008. The day the financial world stopped spinning. A single name echoed through Wall Street, shattering thousands of lives. Bernard Madoff, the man who stole $65 billion. It wasn't a robbery, it wasn't a bank heist, it was a lie. A lie that fooled banks, charities, and even Hollywood celebrities. But before the fall, Bernie Madoff was a god. In the 1960s, he didn't just join Wall Street, he built it. He helped launch the NASDAQ. He was the chairman, the ultimate insider. His firm was the gold standard, exclusive, elite, impossible to get into. People begged him to take their money. They thought he was a genius. But on the 17th floor of the Lipstick Building, a secret was buried. While the legitimate trading happened upstairs, the crime of the century was happening downstairs. There was no trading, no stocks, no investments, just a printer creating fake statements for decades. He paid old investors with new investors' money, a classic Ponzi scheme. But Madoff's scheme wasn't millions, it was billions. He sustained the lie through recessions, wars, and crashes, until 2008. The market crashed, and everyone wanted their money back. $7 billion in redemption requests. He only had $200 million. The game was over. The house of cards was falling. He confessed to his sons, "It's all one big lie." His own family turned him into the FBI. The next morning, the Wizard of Wall Street was in handcuffs. On the 17th floor, technology was frozen in time. An IBM AS/400 computer. This machine didn't connect to Wall Street. It only connected to Madoff. Frank DePascali, his right-hand man, orchestrated the daily theater. They picked stocks from yesterday's newspaper to forge today's trades. It was retrospective trading, betting on horses that already won. To the outside world, Madoff was a magician. He never lost money. 10 to 12% returns, every year, like clockwork. While the market crashed, Bernie went up. It was impossible. Enter Harry Markopolos, the math genius who saw the ghost. In 1999, he looked at Madoff's numbers. It took him 5 minutes. The world's largest hedge fund is a fraud, he told the SEC. But the SEC did nothing. They didn't listen. Madoff was too big, too respected. He was the establishment. He used exclusivity as a weapon. You can't invest with me. This made people want in even more. The country club effect, feeder funds, Fairfield Greenwich. They funneled billions to him. They took massive fees to ask no questions. Madoff lived like a king. Yachts in the Mediterranean, penthouses in Manhattan, villas in France. But behind the smile, he was terrified. Every single day. "It's a nightmare I can't wake up from," he later said. He kept millions in cash in his office safe, just in case. 2005, 2006. The bubble grew bigger. 50 billion. Audit firms were fake. Just one guy in a strip mall. The banks saw the red flags. JP Morgan pulled their money out. But they didn't warn the public. They just saved themselves. Madoff was running out of new victims to pay the old ones. Then came 2008, the collapse of Lehman Brothers. Panic spread like a virus. Everyone wanted cash. The phone at Madoff Securities didn't stop ringing. "Bernie, we need 100 million. Bernie, send 50 million. He tried to borrow money. He tried to tap his friends. But there was nothing left. The vault was empty. December 10th, the office Christmas party. He handed out bonuses early. He knew it was the end. That night he told his wife Ruth, "I have nothing." He had 200 million left. He wanted to give it to family. But his sons, Mark and Andrew, confronted him. "It's all a big lie," he confessed. Basically a giant Ponzi scheme. His sons didn't help him. They called the FBI. The next morning, agents knocked on the penthouse door. Madoff opened the door in his pajamas. "We're here for the money." He didn't fight. He simply said, "I know." The news broke like a bomb. $65 billion. Gone. Investors woke up bankrupt. Retirees lost everything. Charities closed down. Nobel Peace Prize winner Elie Wiesel lost millions. Even Kevin Bacon and Steven Spielberg were victims. People lost their homes. Some took their own lives. Madoff became the most hated man in America. He wore a bulletproof vest to court. The crowd wanted blood. "He is a monster," victims cried in the courtroom. Judge Denny Chin showed no mercy. 150 years in prison. But the tragedy didn't end with the sentence. His son Mark, tormented by the scandal, hanged himself exactly 2 years later. His other son, Andrew, died of cancer, blaming the stress. His wife, Ruth, was left alone, living in a small car. Madoff died in 2021. No one came to claim his ashes. Wall Street promised change, but history repeats itself. Look at crypto. FTX. The next Madoff is out there. Check your accounts. Subscribe for more.